Welcome to Module 8. Here we will explore the concepts of work simplification. In this module, we will study about the work environment, anatomy, then postures and body mechanism techniques and work capacity along with the time and energy management as applied to food service institutions. The work environment encompasses all the elements and conditions within which an individual or a group of employees perform their job related activities. It involves a combination of physical, social, and cultural factors that collectively shape the atmosphere and the context of the conventional work environment. We will study in detail about the heat and the light concepts and how it affects the internal work environments, institutional productivity, and the employee performance. The work environment refers to the physical, social, and psychological conditions within which the worker carry out their work. It includes all the features that supports the effective operations, employee relations, and work interaction. An effective work environment not only motivates the workers but also brings the organizational success. The work environment has three elements, namely physical behavior and organizational features. In the workplace that promote effective operations, proper employee relations, and the effective interaction on work related issues are required. The essential elements are of office infrastructures, then machines for the physical part and the equipments, then the temperature, the lighting, and the spatial arrangements also. Whereas in the behavioral elements, that include how workers relate, interact, and connect with each other and the management. And the organizational elements include the systems, approaches, the procedures, practices, values, beliefs, and that establish the whole management system of that organization. In this, the classification of the work environment, it can be said that there is physical environment, social environment, and then the administrative environment. So, the physical environment includes the workload, technology, equipments, material supply, then shift timings, working hours, and the break times. The social environment includes the interpersonal relations, team dynamics, management style, then the autonomy, and also the decision making, participation, and the workplace culture. The administrative environment includes the organizational structure, goals, promotion policies, some kind of leave arrangements also, then some transfer protocols and performance evaluation system. Physical environment will incorporate the physical aspects or elements of the workplace. In food service institutions, it plays a major role in staff well-being and performance. Factors such as kitchen layout, temperature, lighting, ergonomics, and availability of proper tools directly affect the efficiency and safety. For example, a well ventilated hotel kitchen with ergonomically designed counters, good lighting, and the modern equipments allows chefs to prepare food comfortably and also quickly. In contrast to a canteen kitchen designed with cramped space, poor ventilation, and inadequate lighting, that can lead to fatigues, errors, and even the accidents. Then, similarly, in the dining area, proper seating layouts, ambient lighting, and well placed service stations create a comfortable environment for both the staff and the customers. The physical factors that affects productivity are air quality, temperature, light and color, sound and space. Then air pollution such as odor and dust can cause distress and unwillingness among the employees, leading to the decreased productivity. But appropriate temperature increases the productivity. So, as for the natural light, it improves the well being, and warm colors generate friendly emotions. Noise distractions and harms are there for the health, and especially in the complex jobs and poor management or crowding that can cause the anxiety and reduce the efficiency. Next, let's discuss the first element, that is the physical environment, with focus on heat and light factors in relation to the both workers and the workplace. The production in food service institutions is directly affected by heat and light. It plays a crucial role as kitchen environments often expose workers to extreme temperatures. Humans with remarkably well adapted ability to tolerate the heat as compared to other primates. A number of physiological mechanisms exist for maintaining the heat balance, where human body regulates body temperature, and through mechanisms like vasomotor tone, counter current heat exchange, sweating, shivering, and voluntary movements. One important method is peripheral vasomotor tone, where the skin adjusts to act either as an insulator to conserve heat or as a radiator to release heat. For example, in hot kitchens, chefs working near ovens experience skin blood vessels opening up to release the heat, while in cold storage areas vessels narrows to reduce the heat loss. Another mechanism is countercurrent heat exchange, where heat is transferred between arteries and veins. This system helps conserve the heat by cooling arterial blood before it reaches the extremities and warming venous blood before it returns to the vital organs. For instance, staff working for long hours in cold rooms benefit from this natural mechanism to maintain the core body temperature. Both processes are vital in food service institutions where employees frequently move between the hot kitchens and cold storage, ensuring safety and efficiency. Sweating helps the body cool down by evaporation. In humid kitchen environments, this process is less effective, and sometimes reverse sweating occurs where moisture condenses on the skin and adds to the heat. Accessing this sweating uh, process that can cause the dehydration and salt loss, leading to the fatigue, low blood pressure, and even poor circulation. Then, workers in bakeries, tandoors, sections, and dishwashing areas face a high risk of heat stress, providing drinking water, electrolyte fluids, and regular hydration breaks are essential to protect the health efficiency and productivity. The body uses different mechanisms to regulate the heat. Involuntary shivering produces the heat without much movement, while voluntary movements also generate heat but can break the insulating air layers around the body, causing faster heat loss. Both processes increase the oxygen demand and heart activity, which may lower the work capacity. In cold storage areas of the food service institutions, staff may shiver to stay warm, but this prolonged exposure can cause the fatigue. On the other hand, dehydration in hot kitchens reduces the heat production, leading to the rise in the core temperature. As the body overheats, metabolic rate increases, producing the core heat and raising the risk of heat related illnesses. Ensuring proper hydration in hot areas and protective clothing in cold rooms helps maintain the staff health and efficiency. Then, working in heated food service environments like tandoor sections, bakeries, and dishwashing areas, or kitchens with poor ventilation can lead to heat illnesses also. Heat stroke is the most severe, where body temperature rises above 41 degrees centigrade and skin becomes red and dry, and the workers may collapse. Then immediate cooling measures like moving to a cooler area and applying the cold compresses are critical. Heat exhaustion is common in kitchens due to combined heat and the physical strains. Then sometimes improve uh, symptoms with rest and hydration and fanning to restore the normal body functions can take place. Then heat syncope can occur when the staff faint while working in confined hot spaces such as small bakery ovens. Heat hyperventilation may happen if staff wear the protective clothing, for example, in sanitation or cleaning with chemicals leading to excess carbon dioxide loss. Controlled breathing techniques can help. Prickly heat often affects the kitchen staff in hot, humid conditions, especially under tight uniforms, causing skin rashes from blocked sweat glands. Then, proper ventilation, hydration, regular breaks, and protective practices are essential to prevent the heat illnesses in these food service operations. A staff member in the bakery spends hours in the tandoor area where the high radiant heat makes him sweat abundantly, and his sweat doesn't dissipates efficiently in the humid kitchen, making cooling ineffective. He becomes weak and disoriented from the heat fatigue. The supervisors or the bosses should quickly direct him to rest in the cooler rooms, provides oral rehydration. The supervisor boss should quickly directs him to rest in the cooler room, provides oral rehydration, and rotates another employee to the tandoor section. This rapid action prevents the heat stroke. In contrast, a worker in walk-in freezer comforts the opposite difficulty. Extended cold exposure causes involuntary shivering, which arises due to the low temperature and raises the oxygen consumption and the fatigue. Rotating the work schedule, uh, taking short breaks outside the freezer, and layering the protective clothing helps to manage this. How well workers tolerate heat depends on the temperature, humidity, air movement, work intensity, and a personal tolerance. For example, a bakery at 38 degrees centigrade with dry air can be manageable because the heat evaporates and sweat evaporates easily. But a dishwashing area at 32 degrees centigrade with high humidity is harder to tolerate without good ventilation. Heat stress can be reduced by giving the test breaks, rotating staff, and using the job aids. Since some workers are more heat tolerant than others, duties should be adjusted according to the capacities. Heat acclimatization means the body adjusts to the working in hot areas. It increases sweat, reduces salt losses, and makes the heart work more efficiently. In food service, staff who regularly work near tandoors, ovens, or hot dishwashing areas adapt better and can handle heat longer. New workers need time, rest, breaks, and proper hydration to adjust safely. People from hot climates usually adapt faster in these working zones than others. Workers' ability to handle hot kitchens depends on personal factors. Young staff may struggle more with this heat. Fitness improves tolerance, while excess body fat makes the workers overheat faster. Both men and women they adapt to heat equally. In food services, a fit chef may cope better in front of a tandoor than an inexperienced young staff or an overweight worker who needs more breaks and more hydration. Food in this food service institutions, managing the heat stress is essential for the safety and comfort of the kitchen staff. Humidity can be reduced using dehumidifiers in the bakery section where steam is high. Fans, exhaust hoods, or air conditions should be installed in kitchens to increase the air movement and remove hot fumes. Staff should avoid heavy uniforms and instead wear loose, breathable cotton overalls or aprons. When work demands are high, such as during banquets or peak hours, the work rate can be adjusted by dividing the task among more workers. Frequent rest breaks in the cooler staff rooms and rotating the jobs like alternating between hot cooking stations and cooler prep areas help reduce continuous exposures. Then the outdoor tandoor areas or outdoor catering setups should be scheduled during the cooler times of the day. Much is required, they should be avoided actually in the afternoons, and the timings should be more for the preferred should be for the morning as well as for the evenings. New employees working in the hot kitchens or tandoor sections should be given at least 2 weeks to acclimatize in the situation. The regular breaks with access to drinking water, lemon water, or electrolyte solutions should be enforced to prevent dehydration. Shade must be provided for outdoor food stalls or catering tents with wide brimmed heads for serving staffs. Then thermal refuges can be created with the curtains, window coverings, or insulated panels near the ovens and fryers. In extreme conditions, such as working with tandoors or open flames, staff may use protective gloves, insulated aprons, or heat resistant helmets. Spatial cooling provisions like cold water bath for hands or cooling pads should be available for workers handling the grills, ovens, or outdoor barbecues to protect extremities from the high heat. The design of food service buildings plays a key role in worker comfort and efficiency. Insulated roofs, heat resistant walls, and tilted floors in the kitchens and canteens reduce heat buildup and improve the hygiene. Maintaining the proper indoor temperature in the range of 20 to 24 degrees centigrades in winter and 23 to 26 degrees centigrades in summers ensure comfort for both the staff and the guests. While controlled humidity is essential in places like ice cream parlors or protect the products and the staff health from the extreme exposures. Then good ventilation is equally important. Extractor hoods and exhaust fans in hotel kitchens remove the smoke and the heat, while dining halls in institutions benefits from fresh air flow to prevent overcrowding, discomfort, and the airborne illnesses. In commercial kitchens, ventilation system and extractor hoods reduce the heat and prevent the fatigue related mistakes. In fast food outlets, AC systems and purifiers, they help to reduce dust, smoke, and odors, supporting both the staff well being and customer satisfaction. In bakeries, insulated gloves, light uniforms, and fans protects the workers near ovens at low cost. For outdoor catering, shaded areas and cool water help the staff stay active. That ensures the safe and timely service also. In cold storage, insulated clothing and shift rotation prevents the cold stress, reducing errors and protecting both the workers as well as the food. In food service, temperature strongly impacts the staff performance, and kitchen staff near stoves and ovens face the heat stress leading to fatigue, dehydration, and slower work. Servers in crowded dining area without cooling may feel distracted, lowering the service quality. Whereas we can say that here the arousal theory shows that moderate warmth keeps the staff alert, while extreme heat reduces their efficiency. Then there is a distraction theory that explains how discomfort, like a cashier near the drafty door in winters, reduces the focus. The ensuring the thermal comfort through proper ventilation, air conditioning, then light uniforms and workload management helps the staff stay efficient and provide better services. In food preparation areas, chefs need clear lighting for tasks like cutting or decorating. Then poor lighting increases the errors and accidents risks. Uh, at service counters, long hours of plating can cause the eye strain and dryness, especially in kitchens with the dry air. Cashiers working on screens blink less, then leading to discomfort and blurred vision under poor and harsh lighting. In buffets, proper lighting makes food appealing without glare that strains the staff while restocking. Then in bakeries, detailed work like icing the cakes requires stable, well distributed light to avoid squinting and eye fatigue. Then, while working with food service institutions, prolonged focus on near tasks can affect the resting postures of the eyes. For example, the chef and prep cooks who spend long hours concentrating on the fine cutting and garnishing may experience visual fatigue due to constant near focus. Cashiers and order takers use digital POS screens, and they may also strain their eyes, shifting the natural resting postures and leading to that are leading to the discomfort and blurred visions is required. In storage areas or kitchens, moving rapidly from the bright close up tasks like reading labels to distant checks like monitoring the stock levels or the stock shelves can cause the misalignment also and temporary double vision. Wait staff that is reading the menus under dim light for extended periods may also experience similar kind of the strain. Measurement of light is essential in the design and evaluation of workplaces. The eye adapts to light level and automatically compensating to for any changes in the illuminations. Much effort has been applied over many years to the drafting and standards of these light for the elimination of the workplaces. Standard differs from the country to country. In food service institutions, lighting is adjusted based on the task and the space. At cashier counters, slightly lower light reduces the glare on screens, while kitchens need brighter light for safe, accurate food preparation. Softer lighting in dining areas conserves the energy and creates a pleasant atmosphere with menus and tables kept brighter for ease. In buffets and display counters, lighting is directed to highlight food the and without causing the glare on the glasses. Thus, lighting must balance the energy, saving the task needs and the visual comfort. In food service institutions, good lighting design is essential to ensure the efficiency, safety, and comfort. Now, for example, in the kitchen, the food preparation area should be the brightest zone so chefs can clearly see ingredients, cutting boards, and cooking surfaces. Using stainless steel counters with strong overhead lights may create reflections and glare, so matte or pastel surfaces are preferable to reduce the eye strain and improve the contrast. At reception or dining area, placing display screen directly opposite a window can cause glare from sunlight, making reading difficult. Similarly, shiny serving trays glasswares or polished countertops can reflect the light and cause discomfort. To prevent this, balanced illumination should be applied. Task lighting for menus or serving counters and softer ambient lighting for the dining space. Interior finishes also matter, as instead of pure white tabletops which reduce contrast with plates or receipts, and the wood or pastel colored finishes or help the servers and the guests maintain visual comfort. By carefully managing the contrast, luminance balance and glare sources, food service institution can create an environment that supports both staff productivity and customer satisfaction. In food services, proper lighting design are required, and kitchen require the bright task lighting over the chopping boards and stoves to ensure the safe preparation, while dining halls need moderate comfortable lighting for guests. Balanced surface luminance such as evenly lit serving counters and well lit walls or ceilings helps prevent the shadows and reduce the staff's eye strain. To avoid the glares, the restaurants often use indirect ceiling lights or shaded lamps so that the polished tables and glasswares and menus remain comfortable. Temporal uniformity is also important. Flicker free fluorescent or LED lighting in fast food outlets or hotel kitchens prevents the visual fatigue during the long shifts. Finally, the good color rendering in buffet displays or fine dining areas ensure the food looks fresh and appetizing, helping customers to judge the quality accurately. Glare can be minimized by using a suitable mix of direct and indirect lighting. Direct lighting creates sharp shadows, as in a bakery. Sharp shadows from spotlights on ovens are softened by the wall mounted diffused lighting, while indirect lighting softens the transition and reduces the glare. In the hotel kitchen, indirect ceiling lights reduce the glare, while task lights over cutting tables provide clarity. Lamps must have shields or shades with a line of slight angle above 30 degree from horizontal, or we can say in the canteen serving area, fluorescent lamps with covers are installed above service counters angled to avoid the glare. Reflective surfaces should be avoided to favor the matte or wooden finishes. As in industrial kitchen, matte finished stainless steel or wooden counters are used instead of the glossy tiles to cut reflections. Fluorescent lamps are best arranged parallel to the line of the site, as in hospital kitchens tube lights are arranged along the workbenches to provide uniform visibility. Using multiple low powered lamps instead of a few high powered ones further reduces the glare. In fast food outlets, several small ceilings LED lights are used, and for this even light arrangement and avoiding of the harsh glare. Thank you. For now, we will continue with our discussion on work environment in the next lecture.